Huh? What's that sound? Seems like... Oh no! Why is she crying? Should we go check on her? You know, just in case she's thinking of doing something stupid.
I'd leave her be. The warriors of the Flower Feather Clan are a proud bunch who never show their vulnerability in public, even if they've gone wingless.
Oh, Chasca?
Good to see you again, Traveler and Paimon. Before we carry on, let's get a little further away before Koyer notices us.
So, that girl on the bridge, Koyer, you said? Should she really be on her own right now? With the mental state she's in, it just seems risky.
Don't worry. That's exactly why I'm here. Elder Alpa sent me to keep an eye on her. If she does attempt the unthinkable, I doubt it'll come to that, though. She's a fighter. A warrior, in fact. One who aimed for the sky. However despondent she might feel now, I'm confident she'll get through it. Well, in the Flower Feather Clan, there's an elite flying squad made up of Kukasaur riders. But it's an extremely selective squad. To become a rider, you need to undergo a trial where you not only demonstrate mastery of the relevant skills, but also win the approval of the Kukasaurs. Very few candidates make it through the process. Koyer has spent years training for her most recent attempt, but unfortunately she didn't pass. So it's sometimes after multiple failed attempts to pass the flying tests and win the Kukasaur's approval, people get so disheartened that they give up on their dream to soar the skies. They resolve to quit trying for good. We call those people the wingless.
Do they get expelled from the tribe?
What? No, of course not. They're still prized warriors. We have a saying. Just as the Kukasaur treasures every feather on its body, so the tribe treasures each one of its children. This hits even harder in the wake of the war. All of our young warriors carry the future of our tribe on their shoulders. Besides, every Kukasaur falls from its nest before it learns to fly. It's practically a rite of passage. Until then, all we can do is quietly watch over them from a distance. Just like I'm doing now.
Ah, okay. Paimon hopes she'll get back on her feet soon.
Well, from the sound of her whistling, her confidence has been seriously shaken. Yeah. But the Kukasaurs are an even prep. First she failed the trial.
Surely there must be...
That's very kind of you. I'm going to lay low nearby.
Koyer still isn't...
It's a Kukasaur! Oh my god! I was beginning to think you'd all given up on me completely. Excuse me? Would you mind if we did some flying practice together? I think I know where I went wrong in the test now. I need to maintain a higher speed on my turns. Also, I really want to try some stall turns and cobra Huh? That sounded like a whistle. Hey! Wait! Wait!
Do you think Koyer's feeling better now? Let's go back to that bridge and check.
Chasca! I summoned a Kukasaur! They do still respond to me after all! Although, unfortunately, someone else summoned it away again before I had a chance to go for a flight.
Oh, really? That is unfortunate. But if you can do it once, you can do it again. Keep at it, and you'll pass the trial eventually.
You're right. You know, I almost thought about giving up, but I'm glad I didn't.
Hey, Chasca, how's Koyer doing?
Huh? Who are you? And how do you know my name?
These are my, friends. The Traveler and Paimon. You came up in conversation the other day because I was telling them about up-and-coming warriors in our tribe.
Oh, the Traveler, huh? So that's you. What do you mean up-and-coming? I'm closer to being wingless than I am to passing the trial. Anyway, we haven't met before, have we? You look so familiar somehow.
Maybe you saw her in the stadium? Or anywhere, really. She's been all over Natlan lately, so it's not surprising that you've seen her around.
If you say so.
Koyer! Chasca! Here you are. I've been looking everywhere for you two.
Oh, Elder Alpa! What's the matter?
I thought I should tell you myself. We're going to redo the flying trials.
Redo them? How come? This is so unexpected. And I can't believe you came out here just to tell us that in person.
It's embarrassing to admit, but due to time constraints, we didn't do a proper inspection of the arena before the last round of trials began. Then we started to notice many candidates performing worse than expected. So we redid the inspection afterwards and found a number of issues which likely impacted candidate performance. This was entirely our mistake, and I apologize unreservedly. I know it doesn't make up for it, but I thought bringing you this message in person was the least I could do.
Oh, okay.
Chasca, these people you're with, are they the Traveler and Paimon?
Huh? You've heard of us?
I have indeed. Gathering intel is an essential part of being a warrior. Plus, you've already made quite a name for yourself in Natlan. Actually, I've been meaning to invite you to enjoy our tribe's hospitality for some time.
Hospitality? Oh, that includes food, right?
Of course it does. If you let us host you, you'll be treated quite lavishly. Mighty warriors are highly revered in our tribe. Besides, we still owe you for your help during the war. Without you, we would have suffered far worse at the hands of the Abyss. So I like the chance to show you our gratitude on behalf of the whole tribe.
Mighty warriors, plural? So Paimon counts too? Paimon's starting to like you a lot.
That should go without saying. Your flying skills are the envy of our...
The flower feather?
Well,
Wait, Elder Alpa! Let me help!
very well. In that case, Chasca, could I leave you to entertain our guests?
Sure thing.
Okay. Let's meet by the obsidian totem pole later. Koyer, let's get going.
Okay.
All right, they're out of earshot. I'm just gonna come out and ask. That Kukasaur who responded to Koyer's call, that was your doing, wasn't it? I grew up with these creatures. Her whole demeanor seemed less like a Kukasaur and more like, well, you. She looked very flustered, and judging by the look, it's all right. You're the kind of person I'd still trust. I think the ends justify the means in this case. She just lacked confidence, and you helped her resolve her internal conflict. If you hadn't intervened, yeah.
All right.
Uh-oh. Are they fighting?
They're fine. Just doing their daily
Combat training? A little young for that.
Not to us. We're a tribe of... And even though times have changed...
Hey, is that Chasca?
Chasca, you're back!
Oh, can you come train with
Now's not a good time, I'm afraid. I'm showing the traveler...
the Traveler and Paimon? Wait, you mean that...
Legendary?
Awesome. Miss Traveler!
Oh, Miss Traveler! My family's shop makes the best volcano cake! You gotta try it!
Let's behave ourselves, everyone. These people are here as our guests. They're going to meet Elder Alpa in a few minutes anyway. Kotini, instead of being jealous of other people's talents, Kapak, there's no point in trying any cool sword tricks until you've mastered the basics. Have you done all your sword drills today? And Yatlan, easy does it, okay? Not every conversation has to turn into you plugging the family business.
Okay.
Sorry about those kids. They just got overexcited when they heard your name. Hope it didn't bother you too much. This is a volcano cake that Yatlan forced into my hands. She said to think of it as an apology gift.
Whoa, it smells amazing! Traveler, you want some?
That's good. Yatlan will be thrilled.
By the way, Chasca, those kids really adore you. You're way better with them than Paimon expected. Paimon figured you'd be more... aloof, maybe?
Aloof, huh? Well, to be fair, there was a period when I was like that. Around the time when I first joined the tribe. But it's a terrible attitude to have as a peacemaker. It tends to turn situations that could have had a peaceful resolution into a stalemate that can only be resolved by force. Yep, exactly. As long as someone once told, even if sometimes the parties are...
That's true. Hey!
Uncle Cusco knows you're back, and he's come...
Oh, thanks. Traveler, Paimon. Got a dash. I'll meet you at the totem pole up ahead. You can't miss it. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Wait, are you...
First rule of conflict resolution? Grab the fan and run before the you-know-what hits.
Trust Chasca to make even running away sound cool.
Sorry about this. Just stall him for me, okay? I'll explain everything.
A golden-haired outlander and a white flying object. You must be the traveler in Paimon. I heard Chasca was with you, but I suppose she's run away again.
Sorry, who are you?
Who am I? Only her father. She's supposed to go for a checkup every 3 months to see how her abyss condition is doing. Yes, she got exposed to abyssal energy as a young child. Then her birth parents abandoned her. Eventually, some riders out on patrol spotted her and brought her back to the tribe. But she was the moment you took your eyes off her, she'd be getting herself into a
That must be the aloof period.
We later discovered, but ultimately...
Yeah,
Yes, I'm well... It's just, she's been living dangerously again.
yeah, Paimon can...
Oh, Chasca's been increased. Next time you see her, please tell her to be... If she doesn't want to...
Whoa, where did the time go? We should meet back up with Chasca before it gets any later. To get to the totem pole, we need to head north, right? Hey, Chasca! Hey, Alpha!
It's all right. I bet my dad talked your heads off, huh? What did he say? I was sometimes a little impulsive.
That's putting it...
The memory. Back then, no one imagined this feral child would grow up to be the strongest warrior of the Flower Feather clan.
Huh? You were the one that brought Chasca back to the tribe.
That's right. Elder Alpa was already a veteran rider by then. She spotted me while patrolling from the skies and tracked down my Kukasaur mom. Mom agreed it was time I tried to re-enter human society. But I didn't know the first thing about being civilized. I clashed with everyone who had to deal with me.
And look at you now, renowned throughout the land as a peacemaker. When the day comes that I can't fly anymore, it will be up to you to look after our tribe and our flying squad.
You know me, though. I'm not a natural commander. I'm better off as a lone wolf on the front line. So stick it out at least a few more years, okay? Give Koyer and the others time to come into their own.
Oh, stop.
Wait, so isn't the leader just the strongest warrior in the tribe? At least, Paimon...
Strength is certainly a core tenet in the Flower Feather clan. But strength means far more than martial prowess alone.
If it all came down to individual strength, I'd struggle to call myself a warrior, let alone a member of the flying squad. Any fighter in the tribe could take me down. Well, sorry to disappoint you. It was something I aspired to at one point. So much so that I went adventuring in the Cinder City. I came back empty-handed and seriously injured. The fact that I survived was
And yet, you still managed to become the leader of the flying squad, thanks to your experience and determination. All while battling those old injuries.
Let's shelve this discussion for now.
Yes! Paimon was waiting for that part! They were for the snack stomach. The refreshment stomach still has plenty of space. Paimon is so full.
Well, if you're enjoying our hospitality...
Elder Alpa?
What happened? Is it serious?
It's... Some merchants showed up. Not from our tribe. Why now? This is terrible timing. There are a few wingless that we haven't managed to reach yet, And we still haven't inspected the retrial arena.
Let me handle the other errands while you meet with the merchants.
You should help too. Seems only fair after all that food we ate.
Huh. Well, much obliged. Chasca, Waska's probably still addicted to eyes on the
Are you sure you don't want to reconsider, Pashika?
I appreciate it, boss. But honestly...
Pashika, they're redoing the flying trials.
Did Alpa send you? The way things are with the tribe these days?
Come on, boss. Of course. I've already made my peace with it. Not everyone... And it's handling these both...
Finding something you love doing.
Fair enough.
Oh, by the way, you should try taking a book. No problem.
A retrial? What's the point? I pretty much treat life like it's a game.
Waskar, I can assure you, Kukasaurs wouldn't judge you for something like that.
Well, they must be judging me for something. Maybe I lack fighting spirit, or just don't have the talent. Not everyone's a natural like you. Don't waste your time on me. You'll have better luck with the ones who still have their heads in the clouds. In the meantime, I think I'm going to treat myself to a few more games of Eyes on the Feathered Prize.
Yeesh, there's wingless, then there's being a total lost cause.
You used to be a fierce warrior, actually. But fighting spirit alone won't win you the Kukasaur's approval.
Are all Kukusaurs so strict? The ones in...
It's one thing to hang out and giving a ride to someone who's... So we have a mutual... Hey, Junan. Gazing out at Ochkanatlan.
Chasca? What are you doing here? Is something up?
The flying squad is host...
Elder Alpa always go...
They're making some big change...
No, forget it. If I was genuinely good enough to make a true rider...
Junan! They're redoing the... Huh? I guess they told you all...
I'm gonna sit this one...
What? Why? She went wingless after her injury and spent years drifting.
I mean, I don't have that kind of perseverance. And besides, the last thing I want to do is fail...
Oh, come on. You know you don't need to worry about that. All right, well... Enough umming and ahhing. Let's just get up in the air and...
Wait! Hold on, slow down. I can't keep up.
Well, that's one way to do it.
They've been best friends since they were kids. You helped Koyer deal, but sometimes in life...
We've notified all the wingless on the list now, right? Where'd you next?
The trial arena. It's not far from the tribe.
It's not like I'm not trying. I'm giving it all a
Oh, hey there, Chasca. Did Elder Alpa send you?
Yeah, she's got other things on her plate right...
Well, the inspection revealed numerous blockages all over the trial arena. It looks like they're the result of ley line disorders caused by repeat abyss invasions. Theoretically, we just need to clear those obstacles, and the arena will fill up with gaseous phlogiston again. But that's proving difficult to achieve in practice, for all sorts of reasons. Why don't you head on down and check things out for yourself? Feel free to ask the staff for more details.
Hey! Monsters!
Open fire! Open fire! Bullseye! All right. Bring it!
Hey there! Proper send-up! From Destino.
I thought I was done for. Oh, this spout should be good now. Thank you very much.
Oh, are you here to help? So the blockage here has to be cleared using If I dropped it or slipped and fell, I'd be blown to bits in an instant. So, all I need now is for someone... What do you think? Simple enough, right? Huh? Oh, that one. No, I've got no idea who that belongs to. Or how they got it up so high. I just wish I could fly up there and check out what kind of tech they're using. Ah, well. I'll head over and set up now. All right! Get ready! All right! Get ready!
This is crazy. I put all of my strength into it. Maybe Inkanak was right after all. If a stable structure is formed inside the solid phlogiston, I'll need to hit all the weak spots at the same time to break it. But how am I supposed to do that? This is crazy. Maybe Inkanak was... But how am I supposed to... This is crazy. I put all of my strength... Maybe Inkanak was right after all. If a stable structure is formed inside... But how am I supposed to...
The gaseous phlogiston is being replenished. Looks like all the spouts have been unblocked. Let's head back up.
Wow! You took care of everything in no time at all. Incredible work! Now we just have to wait until the gaseous phlogiston is fully replenished. Then we can kick off the retrials.
Actually...
Huh? But you only just finished getting the arena ready. There could still be other hazards we're unaware.
All the more reason to have me test it out. Think of it as another inspection.
I guess you're right. With your flying skills, you won't be in any serious danger, even if there are hazards we overlooked.
The conditions in this area seem a little unstable, but a test flight is the only way to catch any lingering issues.
All right, I'll get things set up for you. Just let me know when you're ready. Are you ready? This should be a piece. All right.
That was amazing.
Help! Help me! You're from the Flower Feather clan, right? Please, come quick, you've got to help us!
Catch your breath first. What's the situation?
We got attacked by a Kukasaur. My friends are still stranded in the middle of the road with the goods we were transporting.
Huh? Are Kukusaurs really that aggressive? Do they usually attack groups of people and...
Not in my experience, but there are exceptions to every rule. Let's go check it out.
Ouch! I've never seen such an aggressive Kukusaur.
Chasca? Traveler?
Elder Alba? Huh.
Already flew away. Looks like it backed off once it realized that...
So why do you think it attacked these people in the first place?
No. These merchants are even transporting food.
Ah! Thank goodness! The phlogiston wings are intact!
Phlogiston wings?
Thank you so much for coming to our rescue. These phlogiston wings are our most prized goods. If anything happened to them...
Wait a minute. Are you the merchants that were looking to collaborate with us? Wormy told me about you.
Yeah, that's us. So I take it you're Elder Ulpa?
I am. You must be exhausted from your journey, not to mention shaking up from the attack. Let me bring you back to our tribe to rest.
But Elder Alpa, what about the Kukasaur attack?
Well, our guests here weren't seriously injured. There are so many of them around here. You'd expect something like this every once in a while. I don't think we need to pursue it and...
Huh? Did you...
Oh, really?
What?
Huh?
So that's it? That all went smoother than expected. Well, guess we'd better get going. Huh?
A blood-stained...
Clan should be about ready to hold the new flying trials by now. Let's go check it out!
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. You came.
Yep, and it looks like we made it just in time! Although, can't say the same for the Cuckoosaurs. Bit of a low turnout, huh?
Yeah, you'll see why soon enough.
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
Whoa! We're really flying! I feel light as a feather. I'm flying without a Cuckoosaur.
These phlogiston wings are awesome!
What the? Paimon can barely believe her eyes! How did they fly all on their own?
The merchants we ran into that day were selling a product called phlogiston wings. It's a flying machine worn on the back.
That's incredible!
Yeah. If our tribe, well, if Natlan mass adopt, just think of the countless tragedies.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
You'd better believe it. Plus, you just...
Elder Alpa?
Should this really count as a pass? If we did the
Why not? The scoring rubric is about flying performance. It doesn't specifically say you have to ride a Cuckoosaur, does it?
You may be, but...
Well, if...
Chasca, Traveler, what are your thoughts on this new invention?
You see? Even... Why?
I don't have any experience using these wings and taking a longer-term perspective. I think we need to start by getting thoroughly acquainted with how the...
We lost so many people in that war, and as for real-world battle experience, there will be plenty of opportunities to gain that. I have high hopes for you, Junon.
Huh?
Hey, stop staring into space! Say thank you!
Thank you. Thank you, Elder Alpa.
You have nothing to thank me for. Remember,
Oh, Elder Alpa! Bad news!
Again? Okay,
Huh? Why did Chasca rush off like that? And then Elder Alpa and the others too? Anyway, let's go see what this is all about.
Oh, it's back! It found us again! Run! Get out of here!
Curses! She's really riled up this time. Hey! Stop running! We'll never outrun a creature with wings! Get back here and let's fight!
Stop! All of you!
Chasca! Oh, wonderful! Quick, get rid of that thing!
What's going on?
So it really is you, sister.
Wait, sister? That Cuckoosaur is Chasca's...
Koya, wait!
Is Chasca gonna be okay? Should we go check on her? Chasca, are you okay?
I'm fine. Sorry for making you worry. No point. She's an expert at hiding her tracks. Once she's shaken you off, you'll never catch up to her. At least, I always used to lose to her at hide-and-seek when we were kids. Well, yeah. You know I was raised by Kukasaurs. Anyway, she and I grew up in the nest together. Her name's Koya, and she's my big sister. We played together all the time, chasing each other through treetops or mountaintops. It felt like it would go on that way forever. Not all Kukasaurs are friendly towards people. Koya, for instance, she's fine with me because we grew up around. When Mom decided to send me away, Koya strongly protested, and after I left, she became more and more...
Maybe she thinks that human...
It's a possibility, but in any case, we still stayed best friends at first. I had a hard time adjusting to life in the tribe. So whenever something went wrong, I'd run up...
Ah, so that's what Uncle Cusco was talking about. He said you seemed to prefer hanging out with Saurians to your own kind back then.
Yeah, I did. But then, gradually, everything changed. I started getting curious about these humans. I made an effort to understand their behavior. And then, one day, it was Koya's turn to leave the nest. As far as I can remember, that was the first time she ever...
So, how did you answer?
Well, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if I'd said yes. No, I was torn. On the one hand, I'd already made up my... But I also knew that Koya wasn't a fan of humans, and I didn't want to disappoint her. She saw it as a personal betrayal, threw a huge fit, and then flew off. Not for a lack of trying, though. I tried asking Mom where Koya's new nest was so I could talk things out with her. But Koya had already asked Mom not to tell me where she'd moved to. It must be hard for Mom, being stuck between her two daughters. So I didn't press the issue. If things carry on like this, I need to make sure I find her before anyone else. Even if... For now, let's bring the wounded back to the tribe.
So, I hear there's been another Kukasaur attack.
Ha! I knew it! They're wild animals, and they can't be trusted.
Hey, show a little respect.
Maybe in the flying squad.
Well...
Are you kidding?
Huh?
You take that...
Things are changing so quickly.
Chasca, there's a conflict in...
The whole...
On any other day...
But now that the
I worry that we... Chasca.
I will.
Traveler. You've already...
And don't forget about...
You think someone might...
It's possible. Also, Chasca.
I'll do my best.
Okay, so where should we start?
This all began with Koya's attack. Unlikely. If you want to resolve a...
Strike a pose!
Bring it!
Wow, so this is where you used to live as a...
Mm-hmm. Or sometimes we'd both... After we got a bit older.
Stop! You're gonna get...
Oh, really? Might just... Then I'll share more with... Hey, Mama Bird. I'm back. My last visit was only a week ago, wasn't it? See? I visit you more than I visit Papa Cusco. I brought a couple of friends with me. These are the Traveler and Paimon. Traveler, Paimon. This is my mom. Her name is Chimpu. In the human tongue, anyway.
Hi!
No, not really. I don't speak it as such, but I can sort of get the gist. Although only with Mom and Koya, since I spent my formative years with them. Even then, it's basically a best guess based on their sounds, body language, and expressions. Seems to work about 9 times out of 10, anyway. As for whether Mom understands me, I can't always tell. But somehow we still manage to communicate. Don't worry. I'm doing well, but I think Koya might be in some trouble. I know she's never been a fan of humans, but she's never deliberately attacked them before either. What's behind this sudden change?
Does, Auntie Chimpu know anything?
Doesn't look like it. Koya hasn't visited her in a long time. Then, could you please tell me where she's living nowadays? I really need to talk to her. If this animosity between her and the tribe continues, then the next time there's an incident, I don't know if I'll make it there in time. She said she'll take us there. Thank you, Mom.
a really remote...
We stay here? Okay. Traveler. Paimon. Koya is very hostile toward humans.
Any idea what they're saying?
There's evidence in this area suggesting that Koya might have been... No! It's Chime, Koya's child. The attackers kidnapped her. They came over the sea, under the cover of night.
What the heck? Who would do such a thing?
I searched day and night, and finally found them.
Oh, yeah! T'Pol's contraption is working like a charm! Got her in one!
Hey, there's another one! Wait, is that the one that got away
Who cares? Just get them all! T'Pol pays us per...
Chasca!
Chasca? How do you get here? Quick, stop her! Don't come any closer, or I'll... Go, Phlogiston Wings! Take me up!
Uh-oh, looks like it malfunctioned.
This is bad. Mom and Koya are already injured. And if...
Help! Elemental energy suppresses it! Please, someone!
Get back!
It's still going.
Guess we need a more permanent solution.
That was too close. I thought I was gonna...
Answer us honestly. Were you the ones who attacked Koya before?
I am... No, it was...
Well, she says it was you. Just tell me, who sent you here?
It was T'Pol. He told us to catch all the wild Kukasaur, and he also said that this Kukasaur has become a thorn in his side, so it needs dealing with urgently.
T'Pol? Huh. Sounds familiar. But where from?
He pretty much never communicates with us in person. When he does, he wears a mask to hide his face. And whenever we trade Kukasaurs for Phlogiston Wings, we deal with his henchmen.
So you didn't even make those wings?
All we did was slap some labels on them and transport them over here, to make them look like they're imported.
To make it harder to trace their origins.
I don't know, honest!
Well, that's mighty convenient, huh? What about if I held a gun to your head? Would that...
No need. I'm sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. T'Pol doesn't tell us much, but he always stresses that he wants them alive. So that gives us some clues. This is just a best guess, of course, but we suspect that the gaseous phlogiston stored in the trackballs is drawn directly from the Kukasaurs.
What?
Easy now. You're still injured. Hey, keep talking.
Yes, ma'am. So, the gaseous phlogiston has to be highly refined in order to power the phlogiston wings. The slightest imperfection can have disastrous consequences, but the Kukasaurs have a natural ability to process gaseous phlogiston. So, if you use them as an intermediary, then...
That's enough. So the Kukasaurs you took, Where are they now?
T'Pol should have them. But no one knows where he's based, apart from him and his henchmen. We've tried looking for it ourselves.
Random thought.
T'Pol.
Chasca, Traveler!
That voice! It's Alpa!
Elder Alpa? What brings you all the way out here?
Well, I was patrolling nearby when I heard the sound of an explosion. What's going on? I don't believe it.
Elder Alpa, does the name T'Pol ring a bell to you? I feel like I've seen it written down before.
Huh? So he's a
No. If he was a member of the Flower Feather Clan, I definitely know him.
Now that you mention it, I do remember a young man from outside our... You were away on a mission at the time, which is probably why you don't remember him. He was a craftsman from the Children of Echoes, but he'd always dreamed of soaring the sky.
The Children of Echoes?
But despite his best efforts, he unfortunately failed to pass the trial and gain the Kukusaur's approval. In the end, he went wingless and returned dejected to the Children of Echoes.
Wingless, huh? Maybe he invented the phlogiston wings to get revenge on the Kukusaurs.
Perhaps. Or maybe it's simply his way of dealing with his regrets over his past flying endeavors.
Either way, it doesn't excuse his abuse of the Kukusaurs. I'm gonna take these guys back and expose the truth to the tribe.
Easy, Chasca. Remember what I said about keeping... The ringleader still hasn't shown himself, and this man's allegation about powering the phlogiston wing, bringing these men to the tribe now, won't win over any current supporters of the phlogiston wings. After all, many are mistrustful of the Kukusaurs after...
Is that why T'Pol waited until now to try to capture my sister?
I don't know. I mean, he did tell us to spread negative rumors.
But Koya only attacked humans because they stole her child!
Nevertheless, we will be hard-pressed to change people's minds while emotions are running high. Unless we have... Bravo! My thoughts exactly. In the meantime, I'll take the other members of their crew into custody, too.
Fair enough. I guess finding T'Pol is gonna be the key to resolving this conflict. Let's hope the Children of Echoes have some info on him. Sorry, whatever it is, it'll have to wait till this is all blown over. I have to fix this. Mom, sis, rest up and get well soon. I gotta fly.
So Alpa says that T'Pol's from the Children...
Let's start by talking to someone we know. It'll be faster that way. Wakey, wakey, Shilonen!
Oh, it's you. Okay, give me a second. I'll come down.
I climb trees to fly further and see farther. I don't usually stop for a nap.
Well, we're not all like you. Always full of energy, even after flying around all day. Yeah. So, you've come all this way and interrupted my precious nap time. Might I inquire as to, why?
I'm sorry, Shilonen, but it couldn't wait. Does the name T'Pol mean anything to you? He's a craftsman, apparently.
Huh. To Paul. Yeah, that rings a bell. I think that's Puma's child. Nope, I'm afraid you're a few years too late. Why are you looking for him? Huh, phlogiston wings. Wow, okay. The kid actually pulled it off. Well, looks like no more rest for me today.
Pulled it off? You mean he's tried making something like this before?
Yeah, he started trying to build a flying machine right after he got back from the Flower Feather clan.
So right after he went wingless, then. Was this flying machine anything like the gun you made me?
You mean your gun that's harder to tame than the proudest Kukasaur? No, he wanted to build something that allows anyone to fly freely, even if they're not naturally gifted. But he never got very far back then, though. Blew up his workshop a few times and barely made it out alive. I never really kept up with him after that. His parents traveled a lot in their youth and only returned to the tribe after he was born. But they settled in a remote area, which means most people in the tribe don't know them very well. Your best bet is to chat to his direct family. I'll go get Puma. Wait for me in front of the workshop. I won't be long. I'm back. Allow me to introduce to Paul's mother, Puma.
Hello.
Oh, save the pleasantries. I don't want to spend any longer
Huh?
I disowned him long ago. He is no child of mine. All he cared about was his pipe dream of reaching the sky. And then when he left us, he spouted some nonsense about building a work... He left his notebook behind. Whatever questions you have, you can look... He's no son of mine. He never called me Mom anyhow.
Wow, they've really fallen out.
Her husband, T'Pol's father, he passed away recently, and T'Pol, if you ask me, that was probably the final straw for Puma. I'll go keep her company. If there's anything else you need, just come and find me.
Thank you.
Okay, so this notebook is the only lead we got now, right? What's in there?
Some early designs for the phlogiston wings. Ochkanatlan, the Cinder City.
So, was he serious about the workshop in the sky? Oh, yes. The one from the trial arena that was...
That balloon has been there for a while. And everyone's been wondering how it got up there, but what if it started off even higher up?
Part of T'Pol's...
Seems likely. By myself? Possibly. But with I doubt even phlogiston wings could take you up that high. At least...
Yeah, and he's probably holding on to it. Nope. That's way beyond Paimon's altitude. Also, would you really expect Paimon to go up there and take on...
Let's not worry. Just because we can't think of a solution.
Oh, good point.
And Mutoda. He was quite the flying ace back in the day.
Have you gone mad? Cuckosaurs are our more cuckosaurs. We want phlogiston wings.
Chasca, you're finally back. Things are getting really tense in the tribe. Have you made any headway with your investigation?
Some people even think we arrested the merchants just to support the flying squad and crack down on the phlogiston wings.
We found some promising leads, but there's a major obstacle
A relic from the Cinder City? So Och Khan's still managing to sow discord, even after all these years.
An airborne workshop and a hot air balloon above the trial arena. And that's where you're trying to get to now? Neither phlogiston wings nor a cuckosaur can take you that high up. Do you really think that's where T'Pol is hiding?
You know what?
Really?
Do you still remember those spouts in the arena? But now, it's flowing freely.
You mean all of them except the one at the very top of the arena?
Precisely. With all the gaseous phlogiston flowing through one...
And then we just ride...
Yes. It has its risks, but with
It's an extremely risky approach. But I agree...
If you want to give it a try, check with Inkanak at the trial grounds. Chasca. If anyone has a hope of seeing...
Why do you never take off that mask?
Goodness me, that is a very bold idea.
Maybe so, but we have to act fast.
From a technical perspective, then we'll have to take the rough and ready approach. See the solid phlogiston over there? Our prior inspections revealed that some kind of stable structure has formed inside, making it highly damage resistant. It's not without its weak points, but
So, what happens if we do strike the ball at once?
it'll collapse.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, you got it. As long as...
You're right about rough and ready. Sounds like my kind of plan.
got your name on it! Yeah!
Locked on!
Take me up! Bullseye!
Locked on!
Look! There's a chunk of solid phlogiston right over that spout!
Yeah!
It actually worked!
Koya can give you a lift.
Wow, Paimon didn't notice at all.
Well,
Whoa, you didn't...
yes. All right. Let's go have a little
Let's fly!
Haven't ever flown that fast before.
Aha. Just as I thought. It might look like a regular hot air balloon from the outside, and sure enough, I should be able to figure it out with DePaul's notebook. That should just about do it. Now all it needs is a nice hard kick.
Maybe that works on your gut, huh? Here it is! The workshop in the sky! Oh, you gotta see it to believe it. Makes you wonder why DePaul even bothers with phlogiston wings when he has tech like this.
Well, according to the notebook, the platform beneath us runs on components from the Cinder City. Those can't be. Also, I have some doubts about its mobility after seeing how it moved just now. For someone like DePaul who dreams of flying freely, this definitely doesn't cut it.
But if he's got that relic, he should be able to make a set of prototype wings for himself, right? Why bother making a whole flying workshop so he can mass produce them? But this doesn't add up. If he's already achieved the power of flight, then he must have bigger dreams we don't know about. But
With any luck, we'll find the answers in his workshop.
seems like the merchants were right. DePaul's using them for his own ends.
I'll bet that mechanism on top of the cage opens the door. Let me give it a...
All right.
Why won't it fly away like the...
She's still breathing, but by the looks of it, DePaul was using these cages. Once a Kukasaur is drained of phlogiston, it becomes too weak to move. Let me see. Log number 330. With the support of...
I was finally able to launch the airborne workshop. Even though it relies on the relic for 80% of its power supply, I've at least taken the first step. Log number 348. Research on the relic is progressing well. I should be able to replicate the technology and scale up production very soon. Has proposed a name for this groundbreaking invention: the phlogiston wings. I think I'm getting close. Soon I will achieve my dreams. Log number 377. Encountered some issues with the new smaller model phlogiston wings. The gaseous phlogiston showed some volatility during the refinement process. Thinks we should proceed at a more cautious pace with the refinement experiments. But after so many past... Log number 114. Ran an experiment using... Log number 117. I have started recruiting merchants and hunters to capture wild Kukasaurs. Log number 121. Major breakthrough in the efficiency of phlogiston yield.
Huh? So many parts have been crossed out!
Yeah, probably...
Did anyone else notice how the numbering system in this notebook suddenly changed halfway through?
We haven't got time for textual analysis, I'm afraid. Grab the notebook and let's press on. Huh. Never seen one of these before. Looks like this was built with the Cinder City components, too.
You're not thinking of giving it a nice hard pick, are you? Whoa! What's that mechanism doing?
It's asking for a nice hard kick where it hurts. Aim for the weak spot.
Take me up!
All right.
What are they doing here?
It's DePaul's henchman. He must have brought them here using the relic in his prototype wings. Watch out!
Coming at ya! Ha-ha! A proper send-off from the Spina with love. Hey, look here! More of
Log number 403. Introduced me to some new comrades who fully support my ideas. I told them that, but I also told them that progress can erase individual differences. I promised them that our research will be the new... I only hope.
Imagine a world where, if only it were possible, we could respond faster, and so many tragedies could be prevented. But DePaul, what about the saurians you're draining dry of phlogiston? You're not sharing the sky. You're stealing it. Bad move. I won't let you get away with it. I'm fine. Let's keep moving. I don't think we'll find anything else here. All right. Let's fly. Locked on. All right. I can't believe he captured so many Kukasaurs. But right now, we have to focus on solving this problem at the source. Looks like we've reached the center of the workshop.
And still no sign of Koya's baby.
Let's search this area for now. If we still can't find Chime, we'll double back.
Chasca, Traveler, come quick!
What is it? Did you find Chime?
Not yet, but look! It's another one of T'Pol's notebooks!
Log number 428. We decided to restart the experiments on phlogiston refinement, but without telling. This is the final obstacle to the success of the Phlogiston Wings project. We cannot fall at the last hurdle. Log number 436. Earlier today, suggested using Kukasaurs as an intermediary to extract refined phlogiston. It's certainly feasible, but... Anyway, as long as our secret experiment succeeds, I'm sure won't bring it up again. Log number 443. We will conduct the experiment tomorrow. But birthday is coming up, so hopefully we'll have a birthday surprise for her. Log number 444.
Huh? Why is this log empty?
I guess whoever wrote down the log number was prevented from recording the results.
Log number 0. We lost many comrades in the accident. Among them are friends, lovers, and children. But we cannot stop now. We will keep their legacy alive and carry their dreams forward. As of today, we are scrapping the artificial refinement method. Instead, we will focus all our efforts on phlogiston extraction from live kukasaurs. They are arrogant beasts whose existence in the wild serves no one but themselves. Their true worth lies in their sacrifice for the sake of human progress. To facilitate our operations, we will gradually move the airborne workshop closer to the Flower Feather clan, even as we continue to expand it. All this we do to create a world where the skies are for all this we do to make T'Pol's dream a reality.
Given the way this is written, not to mention the fact that the numbering has started over from 0, it kinda sounds like...
There's also a letter tucked in the end of the notebook.
T'Pol, I don't know where you are right now, so I don't know how to reach you. My best bet is to send this letter to the Flower Feather clan. Your father is gravely ill. Oh, I know we've had our differences in the past, but he is still your father. Won't you come and visit him? Please. I know you never liked him and cared even less for me. All you ever yearned for is the sky. And your birth mother. But we'll still be waiting here for you if you do come back. This may be the last chance you'll get to see your father.
So Puma's not T'Pol's real mom? Huh. Well, she did say he never called her.
We know that T'Pol's father passed away quite recently, and this letter looks recent. By contrast, the writing in the... It looks like the real reason T'Pol didn't attend his father's funeral is because he'd long since passed away himself. If we ask ourselves why this letter was sent to the Flower Feather clan, why T'Pol always yearned for the sky, it all points to one answer.
That's right. T'Pol was my child. He was born during His birth gave me new hope. I wanted to become the kind of mother who spent her days as a valiant rider, soaring the skies. Not an aimless, wingless nobody, but his father wanted to settle down, to give his child a safe, sheltered life in his tribe. We fought about it constantly, until the love we once had for each other. He started a new family, with another traveler who was also looking to return home. And I had no idea that despite being raised among the children of echoes, my child... Can you imagine, Chasca? The joy and surprise I felt when he showed, or how proud I was when he said he wanted to prove his own worth. And then the anguish that overcame me when he was rejected by the kukasaurs and became wingless, just as I had after my injury.
You've got a lot of nerve showing your face here.
Don't take this the wrong way, Chasca. I'm not here for a fight. I trust you've learned of T'Pol's wish on your way here. A world where the skies are for all of humanity to share. If only his dream can be realized, no one will ever have to lose their wings again. War will never again come at such a great cost. The loss of Koichi is a tragedy that need never be repeated. So tell me, Chasca, do you really wish to see the phlogiston wing?
Nothing you've said excuses all the conflict you've caused.
You mean the argument back at the tribe? It was a necessary measure. Is a mother harming her children when she coaxes them into swallowing a bitter pill? Of course not. It is a brief moment of suffering for the phlogiston wings are that bitter pill. We will never progress as a tribe if we cling to the scrap. Once the people have embraced the phlogiston wings, They will convince themselves that the sacrifice of a few Kukusaurs is a small price. But this I had not anticipated. I barely had
Your plan was hardly foolproof.
Yet, it can still be salvaged. Chasca, I'm sure you have your doubts about my methods, but know that you know me, Chasca. And you know that as fellow humans. Surely you can understand my perspective.
Alpa, Natlan doesn't belong to humans alone. And truthfully, neither do I. How many times has the Abyss invaded Natlan now? And yet despite how much stronger it is than us, Natlan's still peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days. Because social bonds are what hold a civilization together. Weren't you the one that taught me that? And yet you would break the bond we share with our Saurian companions to take more power for ourselves? That's as stupid as hacking your own arm off to use it as a club.
They are wild beasts, driven purely by instinct. How could they possibly understand
how did someone like her ever become a writer?
You overestimate them. They bow to the strong and shun the weak. That's all there is to it. They never gave Tepal a sec. It's all about survival of the fittest for them. Plain and simple. They obeyed me once I proved—
You're wrong, Alpa. They only reject the wingless because they don't want to fly anyone to their death.
Chasca, I will promise you this. Only the unruliest
Well, that's too bad. Because I know a few unruly wild Kukusaurs who don't think that idea is gonna fly. Namely my mom, my sister, and me. And the others? To us, they're friends, family, even children. So if you want to put any of them in—
Is that right? I knew you might be
Alpa!
Careful! Don't make any rash decisions. Unless you want to see her suffer.
Oh no, that's one of the extraction cages!
I told my subordinates to take control of the tribe while I was away. Luckily for them.
Take control? What are you planning to do with Mutota and his supporters?
Merely accelerate their inevitable downfall. They cannot stand in the way of progress forever. And since you insist on imposing me too, I have no—
So that's what you meant by I just want to talk. You never intended to—
No, Chasca. I genuinely hoped I could win you over. You are the strongest warriors we have. Put down your weapons, and I just need you to stay here for the next couple of weeks or so, while my people consolidate their power. Then, I will give her back to you, and you— As long as the majority supports our vision, even the Pyro Archon cannot meddle in our
Your vision is deranged, and the Flower Feather Clan will never support it.
You sure about that? Then—
What do we do? Even if the whole tribe fights back, Mutota isn't—
Stop delaying the inevitable! Drop your weapons and get into the cages, now!
She's still holding Chime hostage.
Koya?
Huh? What are you yapping? Stand down. Drop your— No! The relic!
Strike a pose!
Give up, Alpa. We're negotiating my way now.
Hey, something's up with this relic! No! What is she doing? She'll bring us all down with her!
But why? We stabilized.
Maybe it got damaged in the fight. If we don't think of something...
No. They're directly beneath us. My beloved tribe!
Okay. It's too powerful. This ain't a toy like last time. But we need to get it far away before it explodes. Then the tribe will be... Koya, remember when we were kids? Come on. Don't worry. I know I can get rid of it before it explodes. We're talking some surface wounds. All I need is for you to catch me at the end. I can't hold it back anymore!
Don't be insane!
Alpa! What are you...
You're a fool, Chasca! We cannot entrust the safety of our tribe to this wop!
I'm the fool! You really...
Sure, it may be asking too much for an ex-winglet, but I can fly it a safe distance away. Here. This should be high enough to save the clan. What?
You don't get to die a hero today. Are you hurt? Let me take a look at you. What do you mean, I'm fine? Didn't I tell you to catch me on your back? What? Accident? Yeah, right. Seriously, you're as stubborn as ever.
Chasca! Koya!
How are things looking here? I think that's putting it mildly. I owe you one. Again. Oh, but be honest. Do you still think Kukasaur's...
Mom, I'll figure out the refinement problem. You don't need to worry. I just need some more time. That's all I ask.
The Flower Feather Clan yield to the strong. So it looks like... it's...
Koya! Koya! So, you're absolutely sure it's not because of the explosion?
Yes, for the 10,000th time, I'm sure. The blast barely touched her. The reason she fainted was old injuries. The moment she finally relaxed, all the built-up stress finally caught up with her. And no wonder. Honestly, she's just like you. Anyway, now you know how we feel when you go off risking life and limb. Your mother and I would both appreciate it if you lived less dangerously. You know she wrote to me from the Masters of the Nightwind, just to scold me for not doing enough to keep an eye on you. If she wasn't so busy with work, you can bet she'd come back here and chew us both out in person.
I'll find an opportunity to apologize to her. I promise.
You'd better. No more avoiding us, okay? And don't get me started on all the checkups you've missed.
Got it. Got it. Huh? Koya? You're awake. I'll go let everyone know.
Hey, but we're not done talking. What are we gonna do with her, Even after everything that's happened, she still hasn't figured out how to start the conversation. She keeps saying, I don't think Koya has forgiven me yet. But if you ask me, she's the one who's scared to open up and have an honest conversation. For all her confidence, she's a very sensitive soul underneath. You'd think as a peacemaker, she of all people would know how to reconcile with her family after a falling out. She must have been a handful growing up. Thank you for being there for her. And of course, thank you for keeping her safe when you were up there in the sky.
Koya, Uncle Cusco, we're here!
Ha! I was just telling her that she's not to go chasing danger with Chasca ever again.
Cusco, I understand how you must feel. But it's all thanks to Koya.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask. They didn't...
Thankfully, when her co-conspirators tried to arrest me, I was out The two of them were a huge help. They took care of things while I went around rallying the resistance. So, in the end, Alpa's would-be revolt didn't really get off the ground. And as it turns out, not all of the Wingless want to see our dear Saurian friends replaced with phlogiston-powered... I'm so sorry you got mixed up in this, by the way. We should have caught on to Alpa's scheme sooner. We could have saved so many Kukasaurs from getting hurt. Most of the airborne workshop has now been dismantled. We've just left one small, harmless part intact, and repurposed it as a jail for Alpa and her cronies.
Let's see how they like being locked up in a sky prison!
So, it looks like there's just one less conflict left to resolve. Peacemaker, you're up.
I said I had to wait until things had blown over, didn't I? And now they have. Koya. Huh?
There's that family likeness coming through again.
But that day, when we ran into each other... Huh? So then, when did you finally make your peace with it?
Oh, it's Chime and Chimpu.
So dark.
Huh?
Like underwater. Where's...
It's working!
Is someone there? Please save me. No. No, wait. You have to leave this place. The water's too deep. You won't make it. No. Please. Just leave me. Duarte.
Oh no! It's not working anymore!
My friend. Is he any better? Duarte. Duarte was the name of Otoko's Surian companion. He dove deep into the water and used all his strength to carry Otoko back to the surface. It was pretty touch and go, but... Well, you see, Duarte died 4 years ago during an abyss invasion. He was a bit on... Well, hold on. What are you planning? No problem.
We're back! How are you feeling?
Duarte? How did you get here? Are you here to save me?
It's working!
That hurt. Duarte, you have to get out of here. You sense it still. Hearing you make that noise reminds me of our first few battles together. You were such a little thing back then. And I also had no idea what I was doing. You're gonna carry me out of here just like last time. Over a decade later and once we're out of here, let's split a huge portion of blazed meat stew. Just like old times. We're almost at the surface. People tried to tell me you were dead, you know. As if I'd let that happen. No. What? Duarte? Wait, you're not Duarte. How did I get here? Who are you people?
Otoko!
Is Kaylee? What's going on? All I remember is the battle against the Abyss and... You went through all that for me? Thank you.
It's coming for me. It's gonna eat me. It's no use. It'll just come back. It will devour everyone. What?
Maybe it's just Paimon, but she can talk to us, but nothing she says makes any sense.
Ion-san, I heard you cured Otoko? I'm so relieved. Is there anything I think you're onto something. The mental distress does seem to be connected to pre-existing fears and anxieties. Kochita doesn't like it when people talk about her past. But the situation is urgent. So, I guess I'll be the bad guy. Ion-san, do you believe there are people... Then, what about people destined to be unfit for battle? When Kochita was little, her parents died fighting the Abyss. She was only 11 or 12 at the time. And her brother, even younger still. The two saw their parents. Kochita trained hard to become a warrior, but still found fighting Abyss monsters too difficult to handle. She and her brother were left with severe trauma after...
But isn't Kochita one of the warriors who fought the Abyss? Didn't you find her?
Yes, we did. You see, something changed within her several years ago. By the time the guards rushed to the scene, they found her standing there, weapon outstretched, hands trembling, and the Abyss monster dead at her feet. She didn't even look at it, and just kept repeating this. She became a completely different person after that. She earned a reputation. We all thought she overcame the trauma, and we were so happy for her. But now it seems like...
How can we help her?
Quali?
Quali, what are you doing with that weapon?
Show me the monster that hurt you! I'll make it pay! I'm going to protect you this time!
Calm down, Quali. That monster is already...
I can do it! I don't care what it takes! I just want...
Family? If Quali goes to battle, I can't let that happen! I have to do something, but it's useless. No one can beat the Abyss, but I'm no warrior. I'm just a...
Kochita.
Fight it!
Try checking the mountains to the north. A few fled in that direction. I dispatched a team to clear them out, so most of them should be gone.
There's no turning back.
I'm coming too! I'm...
You were the ones who killed them! As a kid, I thought my parents were invincible. They were always, but I can still see the image of them collapsed at my feet that night. The raging fire, the smoke, the smell of blood, the sound of my brother's cries. It's all burned into my brain. They told me to run, and I could see the fear in their eyes. I've been running from my fears ever since. But why didn't my parents run? It must have been because...
You can do it!
Because of our family. When you have someone to protect, there's no backing down. No matter what.
Stay away!
Let's help her out! Allow me! Yoo-hoo! Tori, bring her up you!
I can do this. I have to do this. Go away! Where are the rest? Where are they hiding? That's impossible! They were gigantic beasts crawling with eyes, ready to devour everything in sight! No. Wait. What am I saying?
She's back to normal!
Kuchita!
What just happened? That is quite embarrassing. I've always envied warriors who don't get scared or feel lost.
Even though we're both scared of monsters, you're always...
Is that so? Then I'll look forward to the day when you'll... I finally feel like myself again. I think I'll rest here for a bit.
I'll keep you company.
Atoko's all better. Did you hear?
Really?
Yes, really. It's all...
I see. I was wondering why the Traveler was chosen to accompany the Pyro Art. So all those rumors about the Traveler really are true.
Kuchita is getting better, too!
Yeah, honestly, Pun, we only found a solution this time because you kept her cool and took control. Whoa, you're right. That sounds like something... Oh, you're amazing.
Hian-san! Bad news!
How's Okotland doing? Koichi, give me a hand for a sec. Right. Koichi's not... She's not here anymore.
What are you doing, Oko-Lan? Wake up!
Don't you recognize us, my boy?
The Abyss monsters are everywhere. Everywhere. They've taken over the tribe. No corner is safe. Did we lose the battle? No. It's pointless to think about that now. A warrior only has one job. Fight until the very end. Careful! He's not himself!
Oko-Lan!
Hey there! A proper fool! He thinks we're a big monster? Hey, it's okay! We're not the bad guys!
Wretched Abyss! Get out of my tribe! Mom!
Please, son, you've got to stop. You can't keep going like this.
Wretched monsters! Give me my family back! Look, Oko-Lan! That's your father! Get out of my home! I'll never forgive you!
Please, don't hurt my son!
But what should we do now? He's different from the other two. It's like he can't hear us at all. He keeps calling us monsters. We're basically enemies to him now.
Abyssal corrosion syndrome. 500 years later, and it's resurfaced again.
Huh? That voice! It's...
Direct contact with high concentrations of abyssal power causes irreversible mental trauma in most people. The exact presentation will vary according to trauma level. Some will suffer from superficial hallucinations and maintain the capacity to perceive the outside world. In such cases, verbal and physical interaction can be used to break through the hallucination. However, there are also those who are so far gone, entrenched in hallucinations so deep, that medical intervention is the only option. That's why we developed the Drought of Lucidity.
The Draft of Lucidity?
It's a kind of medicine that can dispel the psychological impact of the Abyss. The treatment comes with severe side effects, including chronic migraines for the rest of the patient's life. So, it's reserved for the worst cases. This man is a devoted warrior, one not easily swayed from battle. That is precisely why it's so difficult to pull him out of this hallucination. If you trust me to be true to my word, give him this.
Wretched monsters! Setting up an ambush! Give me your worst. It's either your end or mine! Hurry! He's awake!
Please, give him the draft. My son thinks he's alone in this world. In his mind, all his family and comrades are gone, and only enemies remain. There's nothing more painful for a warrior than losing everything you fought so hard to protect.
Monsters! What?
It's all right, let's go home. You need a good night's sleep. But first, I want to...
Just Capitano is fine.
I owe you more than words can say, Mr. Capitano. My name is... Time to go, son. Can you stand?
Thank goodness everything turned out all right.
Think nothing of it. I agreed to offer you my aid, so besides, I care deeply about this land.
Right! When we were with Moika, you told us you and your soldiers defended Natlan against the Abyss 500 years ago.
That's right. My desire to protect this nation remains unchanged. When my platoon arrived in Natlan 500 years ago, like you, we were true outlanders. But as time passed, I encountered the people of this land, and witnessed though many of the warriors were rash and inexperienced, they were steadfast and fearless in battle, willing to do anything to protect their... Just as we fought side by side to the very end. I traveled to many places after that, but they remember that name carries with it the glory... You need not comfort me.
Like, with the... Who knew you could make...
The drought, we faced a similar situation. In order to develop a treatment as fast as possible, Guthred used himself as a test subject. That's who he was. I'm sure he would be pleased his creation aids people, even now. The Abyss has wrought enough suffering on this land.
Stop worrying about other people's survival, about their losses and sacrifices. Please finish what you set out to do, Commander.
You're more perceptive than I imagined. However,
What's with the secrets all...
I do not mean to jeopardize. All I can tell you is that, and that is why my...
Well, if it's...
If you have other...
Wait. Like, Hana wants to know how...
Natlan must pay the price for Mawika's use of the Ruler of Death's power. That price is death. And only Mawika... Even now that the war's over and the threat to Natlan is gone, it looks like that death is still set in stone.
In the garden cultivated by the gods, flowers and weeds grow side by side. When the weeds compete for nutrients in the soil, I'm not one to pass judgment based on my own. If that explanation is too difficult to understand, allow me to show you The ruler of death can freely define the form of death. Her power is a rule in and of itself. But I am of the belief that, in this world, before the final moment truly arrives,
Oh, did something...
This is a critical time for you, Traveler. Best of luck to you all.
So in the end, the captain still hasn't told us his real goal. He kind of reminds Paimon of someone we met... They just seem so tired, you know? Since they've both been alive for many centuries, do you think that's just what happens when you've been alive for too long? Kanich, Kachina, Mualani? Woo! Everyone's here!
Reunited at last. Did you miss us?
I brought candy and cookies to share. Of course we missed you! Ooh, you brought Source crackers too? Score!
Just in time, traveler.
It's the same temperature outside. Anyway.
To be a third of this amount is more than enough. I need to ask them about... you brought the pilgrim... Okay.
Sorry I'm late.
Chasca showing up late?
I had to follow a group. When I got back, I heard about what you did for my tribe.
Okay, all right. Your words will...
Nope.
All right, then, sister.
Hold on. Remember what we discussed?
Oh, right.
Huh?
I need people's true thoughts. It's much more difficult to express those.
You're right. Just like when Paimon doesn't have enough more to pay. So basically, you want us to leave the Pilgrim's Chronicle here and wait nearby?
Oh, don't worry. This shouldn't take long.
Everything Shilonen said made sense, but did you see Sweet Lolly's reaction? Anyway, you're gonna have an ancient name? You're right! If only
Well, looks like you're about to have that chance.
Shilonen, is everything all set?
Almost. We're just missing one last thing. You've been by the Traveler's side the longest, Paimon.
But Paimon's not from now.
Oh, it doesn't matter. As a Traveler's companion, your contributions are extremely... sorry, Traveler. I just need to borrow Paimon for... Paimon gave us a lot, and I mean a lot of information. I'm not even sure the Lord of the Night managed to get all of it.
Well, we've been to 6 nations already.
Here, you can have the Pilgrim's Chronicle back. I'll need it when I forge the name, but you can continue your adventure. And when the time comes, I will forge you an ancient name unlike anything that's come before, so that you, Moika...
Check it out! The graffiti on the wall is glowing! Masters of the Night Wind. And by the looks of it, Masters of Nightlife, too. Doesn't understand what we're saying. Doesn't look like any cogs are turning. Whoops! Sorry! No offense!
You there! You dare disrespect our elder! Oh, you mean... Oh, I see. Sorry, my mistake. Some introductions are in order. I am and this is our Iktomisor Elder, the great Tlapokpotitz-Tatel, a living totem among the masters of the Nightwind.
Whoa, that's quite a...
In truth, we usually go with Elder Tlapo for short. You're welcome to do the same. I assume you're referring to our Elder's special ability. Elder Tlapo has been alive for many centuries and harbors secrets that even we priests are at a loss to. But one thing I can say for sure is that Elder Tlapo has appointed the two of you to an extremely important task. For this reason, I would like to ask you to undergo a test.
What sort of task? And what kind of test?
If it's all right with you, I'll take you to see our chief. He's...
Okay.
Very well. Then please. You can use this scroll to go directly to the obsidian altar, where the chief is. Don't worry, it's just one of the many mystical
Whoa, what was that just now?
One of the routine duties of a priest. We attempt to contact the spirits of our ancestors. The chief is just over there. Please wait here while I have a word with him. I'll just be a moment.
Well, the Masters of the Nightwind are definitely living up to their reputation as the mysterious ones.
All right, I've told the chief why we're here, and now you may speak with him. Right this way.
So, you two are the appointed ones. I am Chief Biram. Welcome.
So tall.
Unusually so. Yes, I am aware, but I assure you, it's no cause for alarm.
Oh, no, of course not. Sorry, Paimon just reacted without thinking.
Yes. Kaholam told me about that. As outsiders to our tribe, this is probably the first you've heard of such appointments. I'm sure the whole thing seems very confusing. Throughout our history, only members of the Masters of the Nightwind have been appointed to undertake these tasks. This is the first time an outsider has ever been chosen.
Really?
Allow me to explain. Our tribe has an old tradition of recording history in the form of woven scrolls. And not just our own history. We record the legends and heroic feats of all other tribes as well. It is a tradition we have observed for many centuries. We treat it as a solemn duty. However, when a major event occurs that affects all of Natlan, we record it on a different kind of scroll, used for this exact purpose. And these scrolls can only be woven by someone of the Iktomisor Elder's choosing. When the Iktomisor Elder senses a major change in the ley lines, it will issue a formal declaration to appoint a creator for this scroll.
Whoa, so you mean...
Elder Tlapo sensed a ley line change quite some time ago, but had not yet designated the scroll weavers until you arrived.
Okay, but just so you're aware, we don't know the first thing about weaving scrolls.
As a matter of fact, that does not surprise me at all.
How come?
Elder Tlapo, the Great, Tlapokpotitz-Tatel, a living totem among the masters of the Nightwind.
How come?
As a matter of fact, that does not surprise me at all. As a matter of fact, that does not surprise me at all.
In the 200 years that Elder Talapo has held this position, none of the appointed ones have ever been experienced scroll weavers.
Does that mean 200 years of major historical events have gone unrecorded?
No. They all submitted scrolls in time, yet each of them claimed it was not their own work, but a gift from the spirits.
Man, this tribe gets more mysterious by the second.
Yes, well, that is the part that troubles me. The notion that we have to rely on esoteric things like gifts from the spirits to record historical events of such great importance.
Huh. That's pretty surprising to hear, coming from the chief of this tribe.
I can imagine. You probably see the Masters of the Night Wind as a people shrouded in mystery, who pride ourselves on our arcane practices. But I am something of an exception. I may be the chief, but when it comes to our traditions, I am in fact a proponent of change and reform. I have dedicated my energies to deciphering the many mysteries of our tribe. In doing so, I hope to establish—
Wow, that sounds great! So have you figured out the mystery of the gift from the spirits?
Sadly not. It is something I've been investigating for a long time, but I have yet to only a small handful of events over the years have been recorded on these special scrolls, with decades between each one. And by the time the next scroll weaver is appointed, my time as chief will be long gone. I will not be in a position to investigate as thoroughly.
So...
While I haven't gotten to the bottom of the matter, I have made some progress. But the only way I can develop my theories further is with a Precisely. It's nothing to be worried about. Simply a means of validating. I can explain everything in this garb is one of our important cultural relics, handed down by generations of chiefs. It is only to be worn.
Oh!
Please, follow me. Do you see this scroll? If you touch it, you will enter a hidden space. Today's test is, quite simply, to find a way to escape that space.
That's it?
I assure you, it's not as easy as it sounds. If you cannot find your own way out, I will of course enter, but then we will be no closer to solving this mystery. Good. Simply touch the scroll to begin the test.
Whoa, we really did get teleported. It seems like this place is completely sealed off. Doesn't look like there's an exit anywhere. Let's take a look around and see what we can find. So many woven scrolls here? I remember seeing some of them before in other tribes. They seem to record historical events. This one really stands out from the rest. Yeah. Over there, something just flashed. Traveler, did you catch that? Oh! like our ticket out of this place. We finally made it out!
It is just as I thought. You are indeed capable of undertaking this mission. Yes. You saw many distinctive-looking scrolls there, didn't you?
Sure did.
This specific kind of scroll was left to us by our ancestors. Upon investigation, I discovered what sets it apart is the use of a color not featured in ordinary scrolls. It is a most mysterious color that most people cannot even detect. I myself had to employ special techniques, yet there are those who are born with a natural ability to perceive it. And that is why I wanted to test you. That space you just entered was an exhibit centuries ago. A great shaman by the name of Huitzilin put in place a security measure so that anyone who entered the room without permission, it exists to this day. And although I have not managed to decipher how it works, I have at least found out how to turn it on. Once someone is trapped inside, it is... Clearly you...
Another secret power? Traveler, you are full of myth. Still, having this ability to...
don't worry about... If my suspicions are correct, this dye is the key. The dyeing process is also a little different from the norm. But I don't...
Cool! We'll follow your lead!
Great! Then please use your abilities to source the... We'll make a few sample pieces to test out my hypothesis. And if that goes well, we can begin the scroll. If you agree to help, you can...
Agreed! Especially if there's a reward in it.
Given the stakes involved...
More work too!
Thankfully, your guide is waiting just outside.
Rest and rebuild! Let my name echo in song! Torrent, bring refuge!
Bring it! Hear the echoes of the gully!
Coming at ya! Watch out!
All right.
Coming at you! Proper send-off! Shower me with praise! Let the world come on! Allow me! Billowing surge! That's the way! Yoo-hoo!
All right.
Torrent, bring refuge!